Soviet revisionists would look at this with some pride, to think that politicians in America are engaging in the same historical rewrite that they did for so many decades. And this rewrite is to erase January 6th as a reality, to whitewash it, to describe it as something that it isn't. How they'll ever overcome the hours and hours of videotapes which verify exactly what happened that day, I don't know. But they're going to start by cleansing the ranks of those in law enforcement who had anything to do with the 1,600 criminal defendants who were charged because of that day. Apparently, they want a disclosure of these names, of all those who took the assignment given them in the Department of Justice or the FBI to investigate that crime of January 6th. At the FBI, at least 6 FBI executive assistant directors have been removed, including those who oversaw the National Security Branch, the Intelligence Branch, and the Criminal Cyber Response and Services Branch. The Trump administration has removed the special agent in charge in at least 4 major field offices and the assistant director of the Washington field office. The acting attorney general has also issued a memo firing a dozen career Department of Justice prosecutors, and she was quoted as saying, "Given your significant role in prosecuting the president, I do not believe the leadership of the department can trust you in implementing the president's agenda faithfully." The Bureau's acting leaders are career public servants who have reportedly resisted the push from Trump administration officials to punish FBI agents who were simply doing their work and were assigned to investigate the January 6th attack. It was I'm not mistaken, it was the largest criminal prosecution in history. And to think that many assistant attorneys general and members of the FBI were in some role in its pursuit is no surprise whatsoever. So now the Trump administration wants these people to be outed, publicly disclosed, names and addresses. This weekend, the Bureau turned over the personnel details of thousands of FBI personnel. Thankfully, a temporary court order was issued on Friday that is keeping the Department of Justice from revealing those names. Is there any danger to these women and men who swore allegiance to the United States and its Constitution and pursued the official duties of the Department of Justice? Why, of course there is. The previous head of the FBI told us that the situation is grim when it comes to domestic terrorism in the United States. So is he suggesting that perhaps the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers can't wait to get this list the Trump administration's produced? A list of those who did their duty under the Constitution and pursued these cases on the January 6th outrage. I'm afraid that's